Well, there we go. All right, everyone. This is Michael Wright. I'm glad to be back with you all again today. So, folks, yesterday I was calling on aid from the executive branch. Today, I'm calling on aid from the American people, and I'm calling on everyone to stand up to defend God-given rights. Folks, I need you to understand how big this case actually is. Do you understand what's going on in this case, really? It's very easy to understand. A man wants to marry a woman. He wants to get married. He's being told, no. I'm saying I have an unalienable God-given right. They can't tell me no. And, excuse me, and I also point out several constitutional violations along the way. Mind you, I also caught the defendant's representation engaging in treason. And it is documented. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. Do you know how rare and how rare something like this happens? These people think they're all that. And here they are, just slipping left and right. And it's a beautiful thing. So, I'm going to briefly scroll through document 18 here. I talked about it in the other live stream yesterday. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but I'm going to go through slow enough to where you could go back, pause as you deem fit, and you can read it as you want. But anyways, this is the paper trail of all the criminal activity I was able to expose by the defendant's representation, which is the Tennessee Attorney General's office, specifically Jonathan Skrmetti, Samantha Morris, and Jacobs Masters Gilbert. Just scrolling through, don't mind me, just don't mind me. I'm going to make sure you guys get to see all this. You can go back after the fact to check it all out. Okay. Yeah, all right. And if you're wondering what all of these are, because there's different documents, I had said earlier in document 18 what each of these documents and what each page ID within document 18 specifically is about in the context and how it proves the criminal activity too. So you should be able to use that in order to successfully navigate all of this. All right. And I'll go back up one more time just so you can see the page that provides the context. It is this one right here. This one can walk you through what the rest of everything else in here is. So keep that in mind. Anyways, so real quick, brief synopsis. I made arguments, and this is a pro se case, so a lot of people, they didn't even want to take it. They didn't expect much, but Mr. Wright came out the gate swinging. Okay, I was ready to go, and it was so bad, and they were so utterly dismantled intellectually and legally that they could not refute any of my claims, none of them. And these individuals felt the need to engage in this treasonous language because they were getting so frustrated. That was you can see throughout the writing style of the documentation what's really going on here. This is not, oh, we don't take it serious. This is anger that the defendant's representation is clearly expressing. This is anger in their writing. Like, they are disgusted that I even had the audacity to suggest that we have God-given rights, that we are a Christian nation, that our founding was Christian, that the Constitution says Jesus is Lord. The audacity of this man. Who does he think he is? That he gets to sit here and say that Jesus is the Lord of America? Is he out of his mind? He gets to sit here and think that Jesus gave us God-given rights? Who does he think he is? This is insanity. That's how they treat this. And it's not my opinion. It's all in writing. Go back through everything I just recorded or the snippets on those pages. Pause as needed, and you can check it out yourself. But anyway, I completely dismantled and debunked that defendant. And I proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that they were engaging in treason. I'll go to the page. You know what? Why not? Treason. You know what? It's... Where's it at? Where's it at? What is this? Criminal complaint? No. No. Aha. Here we go. The defendant is arguing the Declaration of Independence is not law. And I proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is treasonous. This is the defendant's argument. The state of Tennessee's Attorney General's office. That's Jonathan Skrmetti, Samantha P. Morris, Jacobs Masters Gilbert. All arguing that the Declaration of Independence is not law. Have we ever heard this sort of thinking before? Let me think. I don't know if I've ever heard someone argue this. Oh, wait, I have. You know what? When this argument came out? When the nation was first founded. You know who said it? The enemies of the United States of America. King George. King George was arguing that. And he used that as his justification of war against the United States of America throughout the American Revolution. Because he said anything that facilitates American independence is unlawful and is not law. That was his stance in the war. And here they are arguing his stance in the war. I got them on that, and they know it. So, I took this card out of their hand. They would have really loved to have deemed this case frivolous, but they couldn't because I won on this point, and they knew it. So then the judge comes, the magistrate judge comes forward, Charmaine Claxton. And the magistrate judge had suggested throwing the case out, but she did not say it was frivolous, as the defendant wanted it to be deemed. But instead, she just tried to play it safe and say, I don't think Wright can sue them because citizens can't sue the state they live in, which is nonsense. And I prove here in document 20 that that was nonsense. This is a big deal. I need you to really pay attention. Stick with me, folks. I'm just going to quickly scroll through this so you can see document 20. You can read as you deem fit. You come back later, check it out. So my first argument, I have an unalienable God-given right. Keyword, unalienable. Unalienable means it can never be taken away. Unalienable God-given right to get married. You cannot take that away from me. As a man, to marry a woman, I can do that. No questions asked. I don't have to be extorted by government. I don't need government approval, nothing along those lines. It is an unalienable God-given right. And that alone removes any sort of technicality or red tape that would try to get in the way of the case. Because guess what? It is unalienable. Any result that says, no, he can't get married or further promotes the idea that or supports any sort of scenario where he can't get married is incorrect because his right is unalienable. Reason number two, I point out various constitutional violations with the idea that a citizen cannot sue the state they live in. And I pointed them all out in the various other documents. Judge Claxton could not refute any of those arguments. The defendant could not refute any of those arguments. They had to ignore it all, and it was hilarious. Hilarious. So, and I told them all, if you can't refute my points, you've acquiesced. I'm correct. And they all did. They all acquiesced that excuse me, I was correct. All right. So, my arguments were that thorough, that nobody could debunk me. Not the Attorney General's office, not the judges. And you know what? Then we got the presiding judge coming in, chief judge of the federal judges here in West Tennessee, at the U.S. District Court of West Tennessee. And that is Judge Cheryl Lippman. And guess what Cheryl Lippman said? She did not analyze the arguments, folks. She did not analyze the arguments. My arguments, specifically. My arguments proving that there were constitutional violations in the premise that a citizen could not sue the state they live in. I proved it successfully, and she did not analyze the arguments. I need everyone to understand that. She didn't analyze it. Judge Claxton didn't analyze it. The Attorney General's office did not debunk it. Nobody debunked it. Okay? So it's very rare that in a pro se case where where the layman has caught everyone in an act of treason, and mind you, it's documented, and he has definitive proof that they could not debunk him, and they did not analyze his arguments. This is not a hard thing to understand, people. We got them on the ropes. And what I'm asking for from all of you right now is I need you now to step up. I need you to step up. This is not acceptable behavior. We cannot just let this go. If this is a golden opportunity to bring this filth and this nonsense to an end, we're going to defend God-given rights. We are going to beat them. Believe me when I say that. We're going to beat them. They have no chance in this. And we are just continuing to expose the corruption that much more every single day. The longer this goes on, the more corruption is exposed, the more nonsense and everything else. So let's see. We've reaffirmed, beyond a shadow of a doubt, this is a Christian nation, and Jesus is Lord by law, as per Article 7 of the U.S. Constitution. The Attorney General nor the judges were able to refute it. We have proved that citizens have an unalienable God-given right based on biblical law, because Jesus is our Lord. Ding, ding, ding. Proven beyond a shadow of a doubt. And we have proven citizens have the right to sue the state they live in. These are all massive things. Do you understand how big of a deal this is and how much this chops away at their filth, at their corruption? Do you want to have God-given rights, people? Do you want your God-given rights defended? You're not going to really get a much better and easier opportunity to do it than this. It's all documented. It's all evidenced in the court records, the wrongdoings. It's time. I want you, if you acknowledge that this is in fact criminal behavior, that treason took place, that they were arguing, they were arguing that the same things as our enemies' justification of war during the American Revolution, which they definitely are. And if you acknowledge this, then, excuse me, I need you to step up. I need you to press charges. I need you to help me start the largest campaign in American history ever to bring public servants down on charges. And the charges are treason, rebellion or insurrection, deprivation of rights under color of law. That's for those three charges are specifically for Samantha Morris, Jonathan Skrmetti, and Jacobs Masters Gilbert. Then the judges, I put the names of the judges and the general script in the description, but the judges who I had sent the documentation to here, basically everyone I sent document 18, this right here, I've reminded them of their notice of civic duty and told them, hey, you have documented evidence that the Attorney General's office just committed treason. Yes, speaking treason is treason, folks. Even speaking it is unacceptable. So, now that we had documented evidence that this happened, the judges are required by law to help facilitate due process. I sent all of the federal judges in the U.S. District Court of West Tennessee this notice, except for two, Mark Norris and Annie Kristoff, because those two they already have charges against them. They're already on the chopping block. I had no faith in them from the beginning. So there's no way I was going to trust those two because they're already corrupt. I've already proven they were corrupt. So it's like, okay, let me at least give the others a chance to do the right thing. They did not. They did not do the right thing. The remaining 10, I believe, all of their names are in the description in the video for the stream. You'll find it there. And I also put their names in the requesting aid from the executive branch video too. But anywho, it's like 10 of them. I don't feel like rattling off the long list right now. You'll find it in the description. But anyway, so all of those remaining judges are guilty of treason, rebellion or insurrection, deprivation of rights under color of law, accessory after the fact, and misprision of felony. You may not understand accessory after the fact. I think you understand what that is. Misprision of felony basically means you know someone committed a crime and you did not aid in facilitating due process. That's the gist of it, if you will. You didn't report it, etc., etc. So, yeah, that's them. That's what those remaining federal judges did. It's the truth. I'm not just making this stuff up. It's all documented. It's all documented, folks. They did not do this. They did not do their civic duty. They did not follow the law. Take a stand. If your God-given rights are not worth it, then what is? When are the American people going to take a stand? If not on this scenario, what's it going to take? All you have to do is use the script in the description, put that in a letter, send it to Trump at the White House. That's it. 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, that's where it's going. Washington, D.C., the White House, send it to Trump. We got him, folks. We got him. Is Tennessee and the rest of America on board with standing up for clearly documented corruption? Or are we just done? Or are we just sitting there? Why? Why let them get away with it? We have them. Oh, and it's glorious. It's glorious. We've got them. I'm so happy to say it. We have them. We have everything. I just need you now to make sure and help spread the word. Don't just send it to Trump. Share the videos. Share the streams. Send this out to the press, this whole situation. We're going to defend God-given rights. We are going to defend the fact that this is a Christian nation. We don't need to be ashamed about it. No. That is our founding. That is the law. You better go read the Constitution. You better go read Article 7. You better go read the Declaration of Independence. You better go read all of the original state constitutions. You better go read all of the old case precedent about whether or not this is a Christian nation, such as Holy Church of the Trinity versus, I believe it's United States. Anyways, I might be getting mixed up right now, but you better go read all this. Okay? The cases are very clear. Anywho, that's what I'm asking for, folks. It's time to be bold. Largest campaign in American history. Bring these people down on charges. We can do this. We can do this. Spread, like, share. Send this far, far and wide, folks. We're going to win. I promise you we win this. I promise you. You just got to get involved and fight the battle. But we win. We win. They're so utterly defeated. They did not even analyze the arguments. It's because they cannot. They cannot. Because they're so scared. And they know they're going to lose this thing. That they don't even want to give any sort of attention or time to the arguments. Let that sink in. That's how overwhelmingly dominant this argument is. My argument of God-given rights. That attorney generals and judges, with all their corruption, were not able to debunk it. They just had to not analyze it. They couldn't debunk it. They couldn't debunk it, though. They simply said, no, we can't even analyze this. We can't even analyze this. Because there is no way around it. That's how plentiful and how well documented and evidenced this position is. It's too easy. If we were to write a book about how obvious and how much evidence, legal evidence there is that this is a Christian nation, that Jesus is Lord, and we have God-given rights, I mean, it would probably be hundreds, if not thousands of pages long. It's that much. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Now help me defend our God-given rights. Don't be lazy. Defend the God-given rights. Anyways, I appreciate everyone's time. I really do. And God bless you all. Hang in there. Pray about this thing as well. We will win. Okay, everyone have a good night. Goodbye.